Hello, good morning. My name is Viet and welcome to my weekly Forex Outlook. Today is Sunday the 17th of May 2015. I am an independent Forex trader and money manager, and what I do every Sunday is I take a look at the market before it opens to identify where the possible opportunities are for the upcoming week, and I would plan my trading accordingly. Let's take a look at the Aussie US dollar. This pair has enjoyed a short-term rally in the past 5 weeks. It has broken through the 80-30 resistance level, and now this could be acting as support. What I'm looking here is I'm looking to take a long trade, which is in the same direction as the short-term trend, and I want to see a daily close above 0.8112, which is where this candle has closed. If that happens on either Monday or Tuesday, then I will be entering into a long position. My stop would be below 80.30, 10 pips below, and my target is going to be at the 8300 level. Next, let's take a look at some of the euro pairs. Now, the euro dollar has strengthened significantly as compared to where it was at the beginning of April, and what it does is that it is beginning to retrace back to key support or resistance areas on the euro crosses, and this is where you could potentially find low risk, high reward opportunities to trade. I'm looking at the euro Aussie dollar at the moment on the daily chart, and price is finished for the week right on the 142.60 resistance. Now there is also a trend line happening at the moment, and this is getting very close to be testing this trend line. So my trading plan for this pair is that I am going to be watching the smaller time frame, probably the 4-hour chart, to see if there will be signs of strong selling. If I see that, I will be entering into a short trade. I would want to keep my stop very tight. Ideally, my stop would be just above the 142.60 resistance. Next, let's have a look at the EURCAD. This pair is also testing very recent resistance at 1.3770, and if you look at the 4-hour chart, you can see that it is showing a sign of a possible reversal, with the indecision candle forming just a little bit below where resistance would be. Now, due to the weekend gap, what I'm going to do is I will see where price opens when the market opens later on this evening, and then I will decide whether or not this possible price action reversal is valid or not. For now, preferably I am going to stick with the daily chart, and if I see a signal that sellers are intending to push price down from this resistance level, that for me would be the opportunity for a low risk, high reward entry. So for now, the plan for this pair is to monitor where price opens on the 4-hour chart, and if it gaps too much, then I would switch up to the daily chart and continue monitoring from then. Moving on to the Euro Japanese yen. I'm looking at the weekly chart at the moment, and it appears as though price has broken through the 135.50 resistance on the weekly chart. It actually finished the week well above that. So at the moment, I want to be able to trade with the most recent daily trend. So I'm going to look to go long on this pair. Specifically, what I'm looking for is I am looking for a retracement back to the 135.50 level, which could be acting as support at the moment, and then that will be the launch pad for a low risk, high reward opportunity to target the next level up, which is the 140.50. Now we are looking at EURUSD on the weekly chart. This pair has enjoyed a very strong downtrend since June of last year. There's been a little bit of a correction happening, and it gets to the point where a correction could prove to be something more than that. So I am looking to see how price reacts when it approaches this 1.1500 resistance level. On the daily chart, as you can see, the recent rally of the 1.0480 has been very strong with very little correction happening. So key point for me is at the moment I am still short bias on this pair, which means that I am still looking for opportunity to short. I will be monitoring this pair on the daily chart as well as the smaller time frame, possibly dropping down to as low as 1 hour to find low risk, high reward possible setup to short again. On the other hand, if buyers continue to push price up above 1.1500 and it closes the week above this level, then it means that I would need to change my bias on this pair from selling to neutral, because if it closes above resistance, then it means that price is making higher lows and higher highs on the weekly chart, and that is not something I want to be selling into. Now let's talk about one of the trades that I took last week. This is on the British pound Aussie dollar, and the trade was taken on an AL chart using support level that I drew on the daily time frame. Recently this pair has been quite messy, and it is tough to draw support and resistance when it is doing this. I find that if I switch to line chart, it helps me identify an area a lot easier than it would be had I stick to candle chart. And this is useful when price is very choppy, such as this. So let's have a look at the trade on 8 hour. This gap here is due to the UK general election, which was on May the 7th. Now here's the setup. I'll zoom it in one more so you can have a look. Price is falling, you get indecision, not one but two indecision candle, and then buyers begin to push price up. My entry was at 94.30, just 10 pips above my 94.20 center line. The stop was at 93.90. I have 140 pip stop. It's quite large, but this is how I trade. My first target was very conservative. This trade caught me out by surprise a little bit. I was not at my desk when my price alarm went off, and I had to rush back to quickly finish off writing my trading plan before I could enter the trade. So trading plan is not where I wanted it to be. It could have been done better, but it was the best that I could do at the time. Profit was taken at the 1.9500 level, psychological level. I've already exited 60% of my position. The remainder 40% now will be left open. I believe my final target is now set at 300 pips above. It's just a number that I put up there so that I can continue to monitor price. My exit signal would be 2 consecutive bearish candle with lower highs, lower lows and lower close. Other than that, I will be looking to trail my stop slowly to follow price up if the uptrend continues. At the moment, my stop is at break even. I like to leave a little bit of room for the trade to unfold. Moving on to the pound US dollar. On the daily chart, this pair has been enjoying a very strong uptrend lately. The only correction happened were a couple days prior to the UK general election. After the results were announced, it just kept on pushing up. And on Thursday last week, it reached the 1.5800 resistance level. Now, interestingly, on the 12 hours chart, it appears that a price action reversal is already taking place. I didn't see this setup form. Had I seen it, it would have met my criteria to enter. So what am I going to do with this? Well, I've already missed the trade, but what I am still looking for on the daily chart is I want to see where the market opens this evening, and if it opens with a gap of, let's say, 30 to 50 pips above where price finished on Friday, then potentially it could be a second chance to enter into a speculative short. It's high risk because I will be trading against the most recent daily trend. I need to go back to my trading plan, do a proper risk assessment to see whether or not this trade is viable according to my methods or not. The last pair that I want to have a look at is the USD Canadian dollar. This is on the weekly chart. After seeing buyers pushing price up, the pair entered a period of consolidation, and at the moment sellers are in control of price, pushing it down below the 123.70 support level, and last week price finished right on the 120.00 level. Now I've got no plans to trade this pair at the moment. However, I am looking to see how it finishes next week. If it closes below 1.200, then I will have a short bias and will be looking for opportunities to begin shorting this pair. Target wise, I think there is quite a bit of room below this level here. Let's have a quick look on the monthly chart. If a short is taken just below the break of support, then 1.1770 could be the next target. So you got about 230 pips to go, and if it is a low risk high reward opportunity, I will be participating. This concludes my weekly Forex outlook for next week. I look forward to join you on Sunday. Until then, always trade with a plan and manage your risk.